Good morning, viewer or listener, whichever it is. I've been watching a number of reels about tax, which is my favourite subject of all. No, it's not, but there you go. It's a subject that must be talked about. And I have seen a number of reels. Well, beautiful morning. It's a Wednesday morning, the sun's shining, I'm out walking the dogs and we're talking about tax. Anyway, I have seen these reels and quite some experienced people, and I'm surprised by it. They're saying how you can remortgage, pull your money out of property, and it's all tax-free. Tax-free. Is there such a thing as tax-free? Yeah, not sure about that. But I've seen some very funny examples as well. So somebody will say, I bought this house for 50,000. You think, well, where did you buy that? Okay, all right. Then they throw around some magnolia and white paint for like 5 grand, and now it's worth, and then they'll say 150 or 175. It's been valued at. You think, well, to be honest, 99% of those figures you can just take with a pinch of salt, but I'll go with it. Okay, actually, let's go with it even more. So let's do that example. You buy a house for 50,000, you throw a couple of gallons of magnolia around the place, stick down a new kitchen mat, and then Bob's your uncle, Fan is your aunt, you get it valued at £250,000. So you got £200,000 worth of equity. Okay, let's just go with it for a minute, okay? Let's just go with it. And then you say, I'm going to remortgage, and I'm going to remortgage to the tune of, say, 150,000. So you pay off your 50,000 mortgage, or if you don't have 50, you pay off your 50,000 mortgage, and you got a new mortgage now for 150. So you pull out 100,000 because you've already put 50 in. So okay, so now you've got £100,000 in your back pocket. Now, if that were a capital gain, which it is, yeah, a capital gain, you should pay 24% capital gains tax on it. I think it's 24. Please Google it. I don't think it's 28. I think it's 24. Right, but you don't, because it's debt that has been borrowed. Yeah, so you don't pay tax on debt. Okay, so someone says, yeah, it's tax-free. You can get it tax-free. It's not tax-free at all, because the bill has to be paid at the end of the day. Okay, now, unless you're one of these people that is going to keep remortgaging until you're 90 years old and then die, in which case HMRC just hoover up your estate. What tends to happen is you remortgage, and then say 5-6 years later you remortgage again, 5-6 years later you remortgage again, and now I've lost one of the dogs. I'm going to shout for the dog. I got the dog. Right, say your same house you bought for 50, okay, and you remortgaged it for every, say, 5 years, and now you're 25 years down the line, and that house is now gone up in value tenfold. It's now £500,000, so it's 500. So it's gone from 50 to 500,000. That means there's a capital gain of £450,000. Now then, that capital gain has tax to be paid on it, and that tax is, I think you need to check, 24%. So in theory, 25 years later, you cash in. Okay, I've had enough. I'm now 70 years old. I don't want to be doing this anymore. I'm selling the house, cashing in my chips, and I'm, by the look of all these reels, living in Dubai. Well, there you go. So you cash it in, and in theory, you should pick up £450,000, pay your capital gain, and go and sit on a boat somewhere sunning yourself. Well, it's not quite that simple, because you've remortgaged and you've taken out and you've taken out and you've taken out. Now, if you've remortgaged lots and now you've got £400,000 mortgage on your £500,000 house, You're thinking that you've only got £100,000 worth of equity left. No, it doesn't work like that. The dogs are barking. Oh, I know, it's probably a squirrel. It doesn't work like that. So, in 25 years' time, you've now got a £400,000 or a £450,000 mortgage on your £500,000 house. Now, what happens is then you sell it. Now, somebody doesn't give you a cheque for £450,000, do they? Because you owe a lot of money. It's very muddy and slippery. What they give you is a tiny little cheque for 50 grand or however much is left, 50, 60, 70, 100, I don't know. We're just using these pretend figures. Now, what happens is you still owe capital gains tax on the 450,000. So you owe capital gain on 450, not on what you got that little bit of equity left. Now, nobody tells you that, and I'm telling you that. So you can keep sucking out money all you want, tax-free. It's not tax-free. There is a debt to be settled, a sum to be added up at the end of the day. Now, if you're a single guy or whatever, or you don't get on with your children, you don't want to hand it on, you don't care, any number of reasons you don't want to do anything, well, great. You could do that because you could die at 90 and HMRC would just vacuum up what's left and nobody minds. But if you've got any way you want to hand it on to your wife, your children, it's a family thing, there's a business partner, there are many, many more people that want to hand it on or sell and liquidate and keep the money. Unless you've got so much money you don't know what to do with it, and living in Dubai, of course, because everybody goes to Dubai, then there is this final sum to be added up, and it's really, really important. Now imagine His Majesty's Customs turn around to you and say, right, actually I don't know what 24% of 450,000 is, but say we'll just make up a figure and say it's 125,000. I'd have made that up. They say, right, send us a check for 125,000. Okay. Well, no, you say, I've only got £50,000 worth of equity. No, you don't. HMRC, they don't care. They don't care that you've only got 50 grand. They want their 120. They want their 24% of the total capital gain. And it's this no one is explaining to anybody. Everybody keeps talking about tax-free money. And it's not tax-free. It's just not. Well, it is because it's debt. You can't tax debt. But debt will eventually be liquidated. Just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. Isn't it? So go very careful about what you take back out. So if your house is 50 and it's now, say, 5, 6, 7, 10 years time, it's up to 250, that would be quite a gain. But okay, that's what people are saying in these reels whilst being in Dubai. Be very careful what you take out, because take out only what you need, or take out nothing. Work. Find a way to get by without taking out any capital gain. I'll leave you with that. There is tax to be paid at the end of the day. The only reason there's no tax in the taken out bit is because you can't tax debt. Only got one dog. Where's the other dog?